So this one shouldn't take as long because I don't have to do as much information explanation. Cos, the amplitude is 1. There is no stretch, horizontal stretch compression or horizontal translation. In trig, it's called a phase shift, but it's still just horizontally translated left or right, like that's it. And there's no vertical translation up or down. So base graph has an amp line right in the middle. It's got a max of +1 and a max of -1, and that's for both sine and cosine. But then when we plug in our values into using rads into this equation, we get different. The same magnitude of values, but in a different order, because the cosine graph is essentially the sine graph that has been translated horizontally left or right. Okay, so when you plug in cos of 0, you get the answer 1. Cos of pi over 2, you get 0. Cos of pi, -1. Cos of pi over 3, 0. And cos of pi over 2, 2 pi is 1. So the cos graph, again, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2 pi. Half of that is pi. Half of that is pi over 2. This is 2 pi over 2 plus pi over 2 is 3 pi over 2. That's how we get that value. 1, 2, 3, 4. -2 pi half, -pi half, and then -3 pi over 2. Okay. And then cos starts high, middle, low, middle, high. So that's the high, middle, low, middle, high. And you don't have to memorize those, but like once you do this a couple times, you're going to notice the pattern. Middle, low, middle, high. Oh yeah. W. So that's for 2 full cycles. This would represent 1 full cycle, 1 period. So 1 period here is 2 pi. And I've got some information down here just to remember when we're trying to come up with the equations that your period, if you're given your k value in the equation, you can mathematically find your period by going 2 pi divided by whatever that k value is. Or if you were given the graph and you had to come up with the equation and you could read the period from the graph, you could find out what the k value is for your equation. We're gonna, I think we look at that in the last question.